Have you ever started a project where everyone's excited, but no one's quite sure why we're actually solving it? There is an energy in the room, but also confusion. And instead of clarity, you get assumptions, misalignment, and rash decisions. Sound familiar? In this video, we're talking about one of the most powerful tools I've used to kickstart projects the right way, the Opportunity Framing Workshop. You will learn what it is, why it matters, when to use it, and what do you actually get out of it. We're not diving deep into frameworks just yet. That's coming in the next video. This one, it's all about why opportunity framing is essential and how it can save you time, money, and frustration down the road. I first learned this approach at Woodside Energy in Australia. Opportunity framing was the gold standard, especially for large, complex projects. It was the fastest way to bring a large group together, get everyone on the same page, and build clarity around what really matters. So what is an opportunity framing workshop? It's a structured session where the right people come together to clarify what are we solving, what does success actually look like, what are the real risks and unknowns, and how should we move forward. It's not about jumping to a solution. It's about understanding the opportunity and deciding whether it's even worth developing further. Now, let's get something clear. A workshop is not a meeting. It's not just a brainstorm. It's a focused working session where experts, leaders, key voices collaborate to make sense of this opportunity. And here is what really sets it apart. It's facilitated by someone with no vested interest in the project. And why does that matter? Because when the facilitator is neutral, they can guide the process objectively without pushing an agenda. They help to keep the group on track, manage the dynamics, and make space for all voices. And here is why that's so important. Well, in typical meetings, things often fall apart. People go off tangents, some dominate the conversation, and others stay silent, and you end up with more confusion than clarity. But with a structured workshop and a skilled facilitator, quiet voices are heard, loud voices are balanced, discussions stay focused, discussions are visible and shared. And this creates a shared understanding about what we're actually trying to achieve, an inclusive solution, accountability, and variety of input, all in one session. So, what's the structure? A great opportunity framing workshop follows 3 simple steps. Step number 1, current state. What do we know? What's unclear? What assumptions are we making? Step 2, future state. What does success actually look like? Step 3, the way forward. That's when we bridge the gap between the current and future state. What decisions need to be made? What's the next move? We use our own method called the PATH framework, which helps teams prepare in advance and stay focused during the session. More on that in the next video. So when do you use a framing workshop? Usually early in the project lifecycle, in the assess phase, to shape the opportunity and build a roadmap, and then again in the concept phase, to validate our assumptions and focus on options, to refine our options before choosing a path. So once decisions are made, the framing is usually set, unless something major changes. There are 2 ways to run a framing process. You can either have a desktop exercise where you get the team together and work through key tools internally, or you can have a facilitated workshop, which I highly recommend. And here is the key tip. Never have the project manager or the project engineer facilitate it. They are too close to the outcome. They need to participate, not moderate. The facilitator should be someone neutral, someone who enables the process without steering the results. And that's where real clarity comes from. So why is this such a big deal? Because when opportunity framing is skipped, projects often hit major problems such as misalignment, late-stage surprises, team burnout, and sometimes people even walk away entirely. But when you frame well, here is what happens. You define the real problem, you test whether there is a viable path forward, you align people early on so there is less chaos later on, you identify what you don't know so you can close the gaps, and you build a roadmap that guides smart decision making. So you're not just moving forward because the idea sounds good. You are moving forward because your team built a strong shared case for it. So who needs to be in the room? Opportunity framing only works when the right voices are at the table. And that includes the sponsor who connects the project to the business, the project team involved in day-to-day activities, the project manager, of course, the operations that understands the long-term impact, functional experts and leads from engineering, finance, risk, assurance, and any other key stakeholder who can influence or impact the opportunity, and of course the facilitator. If you miss anyone, you risk missing something important. So by the end of the workshop, here is what you walk away with: a clear framing report with a high-level project roadmap, list of deliverables, key decisions, assurance reviews, and key activities, a shared action plan, and a common understanding of the value proposition, major risk, and the path forward. You will also define key framing tools such as an opportunity statement, value drivers, project boundaries, definition of success, strategy table or option analysis, stakeholder map, decision hierarchy, and of course the roadmap. So let's wrap this up. Opportunity framing helps to turn a vague idea into a clear, structured opportunity. It gives you and the team focus, alignment, and confidence to move forward with purpose. It's not about locking in scope. It's about knowing there is at least one good solution worth pursuing. In the next video, we'll break down how to prepare and how to facilitate a great framing session using the PAF framework. See you there.